Northwood,
Kingsbury,
Queensbury,
Headstone,
Belmont,
East Coast.
more than just music.
This is Radio Harrow.
So I'm at what I always say is the rather delightful St Luke's Hospice. It's a beautiful building, even though rather wet outside at the moment. And I'm with Yvonne. Yvonne, you're one of the many volunteers working at St Luke's, I believe.
That's correct. I work on reception.
What actually brought you to be a volunteer?
I think it was a change of lives that brought me to St Luke's. A friend who I know works here and asked if I would be interested in volunteering. So my life changes brought me into St Luke's because I needed to feel a person again. I needed to feel like I belonged somewhere again. And St Luke's was a great opportunity to give me that back.
Working on reception, what sort of work do you have to do?
Answering telephones, meet and greet people when they come into the reception area, do the posting, that kind of thing, welcoming new patients through the door when they come in with by an ambulance.
Now, I was going to say, because one of the things talks about whenever I've been here at St Luke's, it's actually a sort of, it really has a very, very positive vibe about it, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. That's one of the things I like coming here for, is the people. It's the community within the staff, the volunteers. It's very welcoming.
And what about the patients themselves?
I don't have much direct contact with the patients, but their family members I do. And it's always nice to have a little chat with them, see how they're doing and things like that. So that's nice as well.
So do you fit your volunteering round a full-time job, or is the volunteering pretty well full-time?
No, the volunteering came pretty much in an empty void for me. But since being at St Luke's, I've now become part of the community where I work here as well, 1 day a week.
That's really great, because I believe there are other opportunities as well, aren't there? You know, are you thinking of, like, working in shops, for example? There's
lots of opportunities for staff and volunteering. We rely heavily on volunteers for all aspects of St Luke's. The shops here at the Grange Centre in Kenton Road.
Yvonne, apart from the reception, I believe that you're working on a new project here at St Luke's.
Yes, it's called Record My Wishes. It's part of an advanced care plan, which is in place for people towards the end of their life. They're not able to put things in place. It's already recorded, so it helps them for that care plan.
Because that must put people's mind a little at rest, you know, because, let's be honest, people are here because it's the last part of their life before they move on. And it seems that to know everything is sort of being sorted out seems to me to be a very, very great comfort.
I think by putting something in place, it helps not only the person involved with their wishes, it's the family as well. That helps them come to terms and what that person wanted, you know, their family wanted towards the end of their life.
So we were just talking before, and you were saying you were studying what are you studying?
I'm studying counselling therapy at the moment, yeah. So it all sort of ties in, which is great.
So how far are you on that course?
I'm on my last year, and hopefully by the end of this I'll have my diploma. Yeah.
And so you become a counsellor, helping a lot of other people. You're still hoping that you'll find time to come along here at St Luke's?
Yes, definitely. I mean, I would love to be able to fit this counselling role within St Luke's in the future. St Luke's has opened many doors for me right now.
It does seem that St Luke's does open lots of doors for lots of people. But I know I was speaking earlier with Jonathan, and St Luke's really does need those volunteers, because it seems COVID thing that we went through, that some of those volunteers might have left, I don't know. So the story seems to be come along either at St Luke's here in Kenton or indeed the shops. It also, I think the other thing is it seems to be good fun.
It is. I've enjoyed working here, whether I'm on the front desk. I think for me personally, it's that thank you at the end of the evening when someone walks through reception and just turns around and says thank you for your help. And that means something. That's what I take away from volunteering.
So there you go, folks. And it does seem as great. You've heard from, I don't know, should I say the horse's mouth? Yvonne, if people want to volunteer, how do they go about it?
They just need to go onto the St Luke's website and the links are all there for all volunteering work.
And the website is?
stluke's-hospice.org.
Yvonne, it's been a great pleasure speaking with you and carrying on the great work. So just to remind you again, go to www.stlukes-hospice.org. That will take you to their main website, and then you can go on to find out more about volunteering, not just at the hospice itself, but, for example, supporting events, St Luke's outside fundraising events, and indeed we were there with Radio Harrow at their last colour run. They also need warehouse volunteers to support the shops, static tin collectors, all kinds of things. So once again, it's www.stlukes-hospice.org. My name is Brian Rose. You're listening to Radio Harrow.
Belmont,
Ellesmead,
Eastcote,
Preston Road,
Ruislip, Patcham. More than just music.
This is Radio Harrow.